afternoon, class.
Good afternoon, Sir Justin. Good afternoon, Ma'am Saria. Mabuhay.
So before we proceed to our new topic for today, let's try to revisit the previous lessons that we have already discussed. So I assume that during our blended classes is nakakal na nato ang revisit a concept in terms of frequency distribution table. So now let's try to revisit. Can you enumerate the important key terms in constructing the frequency distribution table and its definition? Like, okay, nasa mga table, di ba tayo? Galing ang column, na column, saan po na makita. So, saan ang mga key terms na usually makita na to sa frequency distribution tables? CFL. So, saan ang CFL? Saan na siya? Any ideas for the cumulative frequency? Saan pa? Saan ba nyo na makita? Lower boundaries. Saan pa? Frequencies. Ano na mga terms is mula ko usually na makita if pagkasang taong frequency distribution tables. And these are the following key terms. So, una we have LD or the lower boundary of the UK class kung quarters o mga pakitaon. N is the total frequency. Hindi na siya kabuok number of elements for the data set. We have CFL. We have CFL, which is the cumulative frequency of the class for the UK class. So, mas lower pa ito sa iya. Nakuha na na ito ang position sa ito quartile class. Ang cumulative frequency ato ng class before ato siya ng CFL. We have frequency of the UK class or the quartile class. Muna siya si UK. And I is the size of the class interval or class width kung siya class. So K is the n quartile where n will be equal to 1, 2, and 3. Depende kung gusto siya ng quartile. Kunyari, quartile 1, quartile 2, quartile 3. So these are the following key terms na usually makita nato in constructing the frequency distribution table. And in order to have a goal-oriented discussion, these are the learning objectives that we're going to follow for this afternoon. So please read everyone.
At the end of the lesson, students are expected to describe themselves as a measure of position of group data. Illustrate themselves by marking its positions in a given frequency distribution table. Solve real-life problems involving results of group data accurately.
So for today, we're going to tackle another type of data. So we are already done with ungroup data. So saan mo usually ma-observe sa ungroup data and group data? Ano sila ang difference? Sa inyo nakita sila ka? Sa ungroup is na siya direct na nato ginapan ang values. What about the group? Saan ginabuhat? Kasi naka-unique sa'ya. Naka-table? Sa ba yun? So na yung difference between the ungroup and group data. That's why na atuang learn is how we're going to find the position of measure positions for group data, specifically for results. So first, let's have an activity. So for this activity is we're going to group yourselves into 3. So let's do a count of. So let's start. 3. Okay, so please proceed to your groups. So tapos mo dali kay dali ang group 1, tapos group 2, then dali kayo. So nalaman mo sa inyong respective groups. So the instruction is, in this activity, we will work together as a group and complete the following frequency distribution table. So since kay nalaman mo may prior knowledge in terms of constructing frequency distribution tables, is na mo ang complete sa table and we will work together as a group. So as a group 1, so marili mo. Ay, group 2 leo. Tapos, group 2 and group 3. So, your task for this activity is to complete the following frequency distribution table. And after that is, i-paste ninyo sa board. Daya is, daya natin kung lang ang group 1, group 2, and pasok nila. Daya is direct. So for this activity is, I'm going to give you 5 minutes to book it. Tapos, sa baba nyo ipunta ang members para makita. Tapos, i-paste mo sa board. Ang mga numbers nga dili TH kay second, third. Sa baba. Layo na magayon. Okay, so group 3 has already finished their exhibition table. And for group 1 is something sila mag-prag. Okay, so please pause it. Nara may narik. So thank you so much for your participation for our activity. And based on that is, gagawin mo construct of frequency distribution tables. So, each of the following columns mo pinakalagat nag-listen. What about group 1? Asa mo pinaka-nag-listen na column? Complete the position. The column for position is your guide para ma-visualize ninyo na even though naka-group siya, naka-express in intervals is malagay mo natin yung city ang position of the following values na nakakalagong alang na interval. So, what about group 2? Sino na lista na part? Position sa say, what about group 3? Sino na lista? Lista ito kayo. So, now, we can see for data being used all about lessons of data. Group data. So, please read your one.
Data refers to a set of data organized into intervals or categories, which simplifies analysis of large data sets. Measure of positions for group data includes one of the measures of position. That divides the data set into 10 equal parts.
So, for quartiles, is divide the data sets into 4 equal parts, and for deciles is 10 equal parts. And hindi na kabalimutan ang mga key terms for group data. So, okay na siya. LP as our lower boundary, and sa total frequency, this one. And guide mo natin siya para ma-determine na to kung baba ba ito ang relative isang up na siya yung sa last. And we have FUK single class. So since lessons man ang ito ang lesson, so Q is dapat key na siya for our formula na gamitin. And for group data, for measure of positions for group data is we have 2 formulas that we're going to use. First is not the formula na ginagamit for the position. Then after that is not the formula na gamitin para makuha ang value. And only siya ito ang formula. So first we have the position. So Bessel class is equal to Kn over 10, and 10 represents the decimals, kaya ginadivide niya ang continuous sa 10 equal parts, and pH dito kalimutan as it represents that position. And next is we have the formula for the value. We have the decimal class is equal to LD plus Kn over 10. So wala na itong value sa position, and minus CFN or the cumulative frequency before the decimal class, and the frequency of the decimal class of the FPK. I is the size of the class interval. So now let's have our first example. We have example 1. So example 1, which is the frequency distribution table na i-construct sa group 1. So kita na magdaraan, and check na ito, yung tama ba rin ang that's right, so nakuha nila. And our first step for this one is to get the position. And the formula for the position is this one. We have the decimal class is equal to Kn over 10. So K is equal to whatever the decimal number na what is solved. So based sa question is ang atuwa ko ni taon is simply so the third decimal. Therefore, our K is equal to 3, and N is equal to And we're just going to substitute that one into that formula. And the result is 15. So D3 is located at class B of the interval 26 to 30. So anong dapat siya sa 26 to 30? Kung is 15 is in between the 7 to 18 on class B. Sa interval 26 to 30. So, may siya, basically, in class B, the interval 26 to 30. Which is this one, ka na naka-highlight. So, di ba dati sa kuha sa unmuting in order to mark the positions or to easily represent it or visualize it is nagabuhat na o itong bar na may arrow na may insert ka siya. But for good data is going to highlight the class or the lesson class, yung lesson class na makuha after using the formula for the position since nakuha naman natin na 15 siya element and it is located on class B for the interval 26 to 30. So what's next is to get the value. So another formula na siya after makuha na ang position. And the formula is this one. So the lower boundary of our lesson class, so yung lower boundary. May isa na naka-highlight. 25.5. Tapos, km over 10 is 1. Ang nilagay na which is 15 CFL. So, CFL is the cumulative frequency before the lesson class. So, kung cumulative frequency sa non-lesson class is 18, ang before ATA is 6. Tapos, the frequency of the lesson class is 12. And I is the interval for the class B. Which is given na siya 5. So, i-substitute lang natin ito siya. And siya. We have 25.5 plus 50 minus 6 over 12 times 5. And the same scientific calculator, so during our discussion is highly encouraged na gamit mo sa iba makakasya mo sa this one. And the result is equal to 29.25. So, wala itong value. So, sa ganyan mo, ipakita third decile. So, third decile is equivalent to 1%. Bilang percent ko yung equivalent sa whole data set in your percent. 30% of the data set. So, if we are going to interpret that one is 30% of the data set is less than or equal to 29.25. This implies that the student scores 29.25 or lesser, the student must undergo a training program for taking the test. Okay, sila mananabilong ito So let's have another example. We have example. So for example, ito is kung siya frequency distribution table na i-complete sa group 2. So check ko na ito. Tama ba siya? So tama siya lang. So construct ninyo. Tama. Pag you have frequency distribution table. And first that we're going to do is to locate the position of the 8 decimal. E8 na natin ipakita sa mga problem. And now is we're going to use the formula for the position. So wala itong formula, we have Kn over 10. And K represents the position. So, bilang ang value sa 1K, kung 8 decimal ang itong isolve. 8. N is equal to 60. And the resulting value is equal to 18. So 18. And if you locate na ito si 18 sa positions, ito rin ang kamulong. Asa ang lapit siya na class? Class 48, like 48 is in between 44 and the 43rd positions of last edge. Okay, interval 71 to 80. And after nakuha na ng position sa ang 8 lesson, sa asa sa na interval na locate is pwede mo na ito siya i-highlight. And based on that highlighted na row is makuha na nga ito ang mga values na need na ito i-substitute dito as ang formula for the value. So that is the lower boundary for the lesson class na ito. Ano yung example? 70.5. So what about our KN over 10? So kung ano nalagay na, which is equal to 48. CFL or the cumulative frequency for the lesson class. So si 43. Ano siya before bago class. The next is the frequency of the lesson class is equal to and the interval is equal to just the interval is equal to and our value is 75.5. So our 8 decimal is equal to 75.5. So if we will interpret that one, what percentage? 80%. So 80% of the data set ang represent sa tuang 8 decimal. And we will interpret that one, 80% of the data set is less than or equal to 75.5. So, gaya naman natin siya ma-interpret. Gaya naman siya. And last is, let's have our last example. So, the data shown below is the number of hours spent by 50 students in the computer laboratory. The students are only allowed to visit the laboratory for 2 hours a day and they must finish the time given to them. Calculate the value of D2. So, what is the value of our K? D2 ang pagkakaroon. 2. And our N is equal to? So, muna siya, so, sa so, first is locate the position. So, sa susunod na natin siya. And we have 10 attention. And after that is get na si 10. Between asa siya nakita diri asa na class B. Okay, interval 36 to 40. So i-highlight mo lang po siya as guide na dali lang ito makita yung values na hindi na ito in finding the value. So we put the value. So pinakaya na is makuha na mo na ito frequencies on the cell class is equal to 12 and the lower boundary is equal to 25.5 and what about the CFL? We have the frequency for the cell class 8. And we will just substitute that and the value is equal to 26.300 333 or 33. So if we will interpret that one, since we are finding the second decimal, what percentage will it represent? 20% of that data set. So if we will interpret that one, 20% of the data set is less than or equal to
36 minutes.
That's right. So, for the interpretation is 30% of the data set is less than or equal to 36.33. And this implies that napay remaining the younger percent is the 20%. So, napay remaining na 80% na mas higher factor. And that represents the following students na nag-visit sa laboratory 18 times or So let's try this one. So for your application is we're going to stack accuracy distribution table based on the data set below and find the value of the third decile and seventh decile. So una is start sa pag-stack of frequency distribution table based on So kung siya ang ang data set we have about data set and the lines are shown below. So I'll give you enough time para complete ang akong activity and the time starts now. One whole sheet of paper equal to
Nakoy one hole. Pwede oh. Nasa bag. Tungain na lang natin yan. Sa to. Opo. Mo alaga na po to ni Harbin. Guapa.
since we are running out of time, so this activity will be your assignment. So please, copy na ninyo ang problem or take pictures para solve ninyo siya. Sige, copy sa inyo daan. Or picture na lang ninyo and you can share it with your classmates.
Grabe lang kami.
And additional po na assignment is this one. So in order to know if dami yung going to learn and for further improvements, if na may mga confusing ang parts sa inyong mga is, we will still give the following 3 to 1 question paper. Explain natin yung kami the problem. So na may copy ang tanan picture lang. And that ends our discussion for today. Bye class.